Hey CCS, this is Matt Eisenberg, your head of schools, and I'm here to talk with you again about our Georgia Goal campaign. First of all, I want to thank everybody that has already participated, and we are moving in the right direction, but we want to continue to grow that scholarship opportunity for our students. And with that, I'm joined again today by Ms. Brittany Montrois. As you might recall from our previous video, Brittany is a parent here. She is also a business partner with Community Christian School, and she is a CPA. And so she's here today, speaking of businesses, to talk about how businesses can participate in Georgia Goal. So, Brittany, we get questions from people that own businesses, aside from individual taxes. If I want my business to be part of this, if I want to contribute that way or participate, what do I need to know? Could you speak to us about that?
Yes. So basically, most business owners that I deal with, so that's where I'm speaking from, are usually what we call pass-through entities. So an LLC or an S corporation, which means for tax purposes that the tax is paid at the shareholders level. So they have to file a business return, but that return doesn't have a tax due with it. The income flows to their personal return, and then they pay the tax on their personal return. So most small businesses are considered pass-through entities or flow-through entities. The ability to contribute goes up if you are a shareholder in that format. So I'll just use myself as an example because I have an S corporation. Because I have an S corporation, my personal income is also my business's profit. Regardless if I take that or not, that's where I have to pay the tax, which will increase my tax burden. If you are a pass-through entity, instead of only being allowed to contribute the $2,500 per person, $5,000 for a married couple, you can request to contribute up to $25,000 because your tax liability is much larger usually. There is a caveat that just came out last year, which states that as long as you are not electing the HB 149 election, which basically means the state of Georgia has allowed some businesses to pay tax at the business level, which we don't normally do, but they're doing that as an incentive because of the SALT deduction. And if you choose to do that, you can't do this. But if you're still, like most owners, just paying the tax through your personal tax return, you can now request up to $25,000, which obviously, again, this is tax you're already paying. We're not having you pay anything you didn't already have to pay. We're just asking that you tell the government to send it here instead. And you have the ability to give more than just a typical individual because you are burdened with a higher tax burden usually. C Corps do have the option as well. I did not say them, but they do.
Mm-hmm.
They're not a pass-through though. Just the C Corp itself can choose to elect it instead of the LLC or the S corporation. But they all can, and it's a wonderful opportunity, for someone who already has to pay more tax to give us a larger donation.
Okay. And one of my takeaways from that was that, again, this isn't affecting what you owe. This is
You already owe it.
you already
Just
owe it.
send it over here.
And another question that we get and that I have is, so if I own a business and I start to do this over time, what does that kind of look like for me? Is it beneficial to, once you get into this, to kind of continue to do it?
I would say yes. The same for individuals. Once you've gotten into goal and they've accepted you and given you an amount you can donate, it becomes a lot easier the following year. You're already in their system. You basically get an email already reminding you saying, hey, it's time to contribute, or you want to go ahead and request how much you would like to contribute. Just because you request a certain amount doesn't mean you'll get it. So you can say, I want to request $5,000 to go. They may say, okay, we're going to let you do $3,900. It'll depend on the cap, but it becomes a lot easier at that point. And I don't really see a reason not to do it at that point because you've already gotten into the system. You're already used to doing it. All you have to do is print this form every year and take it to your tax preparer. So.
Okay. Well, thank you. Well, that's all the questions that we have, but I want to continue to thank you all in our community, whether you are family members, friends, anybody that is considering or has already made the decision to support us with your contribution to Georgia Goal through, as Brittany says, taxes that you would be sending to the state anyway. We're going to continue to put out information about this, but in the meantime, I want to end by saying this, and I said it in other videos. This is the number one way that we can, as a school, take advantage of this legal opportunity for us to expand and support our student population here at CCS. So we know that you're invested in us, and we hope that you'll consider this opportunity to continue that investment. Thank you so much.